Hello, a very lovely good evening down from here in Delhi and a great welcome to each and everyone. First of all, let me actually congratulate you for having cleared your what we call Group 1 paper. So here we have assembled to start the journey, of course, for your CMA Group 2 company accounts, and as it is written over here that this particular course will be through English medium. It's a nice feeling to talk to you, and I consider it nothing short of a privilege in interacting with you, and I'm very thankful to SuperProfs and their team, their technical staff, for making it possible to interact with all the students of the country sitting here right from in Delhi. So, SuperProfs have really done yeoman service for the student fraternity, and we must be very thankful to the SuperProfs and of course their staff. So anyway, coming back right to the business, so as I told you, we have assembled here to start off the journey as far as your company accounts paper is concerned. That is for CMA Group 2. I have already told you that this particular course will be in English medium, and my Hindi medium courses are also running parallel concurrently on the same site, that is SuperProfs site. Correct? So without wasting much time, we shall directly come over to the business. So as the saying goes, that things should start from where the things get started. So we shall start first of all with your what we call syllabus. We will see to it that what sort of topics which we are supposed to cover and what will be the strategy, how we have to actually move about to see to it that this journey culminates into a wonderful, satisfying experience. Correct? So if you want to write, you can write the things which I am going to jot down here. So that will definitely steady you in a very handy manner down over there also. So first of all, as far as syllabus is concerned, so which are the topics which we are supposed to study under the paper company accounts, correct? So here are the names of the topics or the chapters. So chapters which we are supposed to cover are: 1. Issue of share capital. Very simple one, and you are very familiar with it. Issue of share capital. So you are well familiar with the accounting treatment of this particular chapter. And besides that, we are going to do rights issue. Rights issue. Then there is a topic, sweat equity shares. Sweat equity shares are generally issued to employees who contribute their intellectuality to the company. Sweat equity shares we will talk about later on regarding this particular topic when we will take up this one. So sweat equity shares. So these are the topic which we are going to study under what we call issue of share capital. Under issue of share capital, well, I will write here A, I will write here B, I will write here C. So these three topics as far as chapter number 1 is concerned. Then we will study redemption of preference shares. Redemption of preference share. Redemption of preference share. What will be the accounting treatment which an entity will have to follow when it redeems its preference shares? That is what we are going to talk about under this particular chapter. Redemption of preference shares. Then we will also study employees stock option plan. Employees stock option plan. You have heard a lot about employees stock option plan. So what will be the accounting treatment? What exactly employees stock option plans? These are the questions which we will try to seek answer to when we are going to pick up this particular topic, employees stock option plan. Then we'll pick up the next one, fourth one. Here we are going to pick up underwriting. underwriting of shares and debentures. Underwriting of shares and debentures. What exactly underwriting is, what we mean by underwriting of shares and debentures, and what will be the accounting treatment. Of course, these are the questions we will try to seek answer to when we'll pick up what we call this particular topic, correct? We have covered till up to this particular stage. Then next one on the line is issue and redemption of debenture. Issue and redemption of debenture. Issue and redemption of debenture. Then we are going to pick up bonus issue. Bonus issue. Often you will find an entity issues bonus shares. So what exactly bonus shares are and what advantages an entity derives when it goes for bonus issue. So these are the things we will try to cover up through this particular chapter, bonus issue. And then we are going to cover, besides bonus issue, profit prior to incorporation. Profit prior to incorporation. Profit prior to incorporation. Of course, it's a new topic for you. You haven't heard about it before. So what we mean by profit prior to incorporation, what will be the accounting treatment, why we compute profit prior to incorporation. So these are the questions, and of course we'll try to answer them when we'll pick up what we call profit prior to incorporation. And now the next one on the line is managerial remuneration. Managerial remuneration. Managerial remuneration. In this chapter we will try to study and we will try to find answer what exactly managerial remuneration is. First of all, who are the managerial personnel? What exactly is the maximum limit on their remuneration imposed by the Companies Act 2013? So these are the things which you need to know through this particular topic. Managerial remuneration, then we will learn how to prepare final accounts of a corporate entity. So final accounts, now as you know already that Companies Act 2013 through Schedule 3, Section 129 has given some new formats and new methodologies for preparation of final accounts. So in this particular chapter, we will try to equip you and make you proficient enough to prepare and understand the financial statements as per Schedule 3 of Companies Act 2013, correct? So final accounts, these are the topics we are going to cover through this particular chapter. These are the questions we will try to cover through this particular chapter. And then we are going to study a strong chapter generally known as amalgamation. Amalgamation. Actually, we have become accustomed to call it amalgamation. It is also known as corporate restructuring. And in corporate restructuring, we will study amalgamation. Amalgamation is a part of corporate restructuring. Corporate restructuring. Corporate restructuring. Correct? Similarly, in corporate restructuring, besides amalgamation, when we say amalgamation, we also mean amalgamation, absorption, and external reconstruction. All these are part of corporate restructuring, and even we are going to study internal reconstruction. Internal reconstruction. Internal reconstruction. Internal reconstruction. Then we will study also cash flow statements. Cash flow statements. Now regarding cash flow statement, there is a little bit of confusion in the minds of the students, but we can't do anything regarding that. The reason is that cash flow statement is also part of your syllabus of group 1 and it is also given in the syllabus of group 2. But anyway, since it is given in what we call syllabus, we shall have to study it. We can't do anything about that. So cash flow statements, and then you have to study liquidation. So when an entity winds up in that particular situation, how the accounts are drawn, what statements are supposed to be prepared, and how these statements will have to be prepared. So these are the questions we will try to answer when we'll pick up what we call liquidation. Correct? So after having done after having written all this topic, one and the final one, in fact not the final one, there is a slight topic in between known as buyback of share. Buyback of shares also you will have to do. Buyback of shares. And then we will have to study accounting standards. Accounting standards. Accounting standards. Correct? Accounting standard 29, which deals with contingencies. Is it clear to you? Accounting standard 29, which deals with contingencies, is part of your syllabus. Then accounting standard 26 deals with intangible asset. It is also part of your syllabus. Then we have got accounting standard 20. It deals with earning per share. Then we have got 19. It is still part of your syllabus. Why I told still? Because the controversy is raising regarding leases. This deals with leases, but anyway it is part of your syllabus, so we will cover that. But at the same time, we wish that institutes come out with what we call latest composition of this particular what we call standard, because there are some points which will have to be replaced. We will see later on, and we will try to what we call equip you with the latest information on AS19 whensoever we will do that particular what we call lecture. Is it clear to you? Beside 19, we will have to do 15, 16 first. And then it deals with borrowing cost. 15 deals with employee benefits, and 12 it deals with government grants. Is it clear to you? Besides that, we will also do AS11. Once again, it is pretty amusing, in fact not controversial but amusing, because AS11 is also given in the syllabus of group 1, and it is also a part of syllabus of group 2. Anyway, we will do this one also. Whatever is there in the syllabus, it is always better to thoroughly equip yourself with all the topics. You need not require to leave anything to chance. Correct? That is the best way to prepare, especially when you are what we call going for a professional course, and especially for professional success. Is it clear? Now, there is one standard 17. Actually, this 17 deals with segment reporting. Now, segment reporting is part of your syllabus. Segment reporting. Because in your course only segment reporting is written. Now, segment reporting is nothing actually but AS17. Is it clear to you? So these are the topics which you need to do completely, comprehensively. Through my experience, as you know, actually, I'm in the trade since last at least almost 2 decades, you can say 20 years, and I consider myself very lucky for having worked with leading institutes of the Delhi and been in this trade since a very long period of time, so got opportunity to see the various contours of this particular trade. Why I tossed up this particular topic? The reason is that because I have seen on many occasions some of the students, especially when they are pursuing professional course, they are under an impression actually that we may do some selective, what we call study. So do not allow this, what we call notion, to enter your heart. Is it clear to you? It is very important and very significant and very, very pertinent to understand in the beginning itself that, especially when you are going for, as I said earlier also, for a professional success and for a professional course. If you want to achieve success in one go and without much ado, then you have to be very, very honest to yourself. You have to be honest to yourself. And it is a very difficult task, not an easy. So, you have to be honest to yourself. You have to study hard. Never ask which are the important topics or which are irrelevant topics. Every topic is important. Every topic is significant. Every topic is formidable from the examination point of view. Never ask, so which are the topics or which are the chapters where you need to stress hard. Because when you do that, it means indirectly you are becoming a little bit more selective. Now, being selective sometimes is very, very dicey, as I told you, especially in professional courses. So that is the reason why I keep on telling to the students that they need to understand that you are pursuing a very, very high profile course. So you have to be honest to yourself. You have to study hard, and in-depth studies are required to acquire tremendous amount of success, which we hope so that you would. And I'm very, very hopeful that by the end of the course, when we will reach over there, we should have a satisfying feeling, correct? Besides that, little bit I would like to talk about the course strategy. Now, as far as strategy is concerned, you have to be very, very careful. This is the first point regarding what we call your topics. And now, we are moving over to the strategical part. It is very, very important that you need to have a solid strategy. Sometimes strategy never means being selectiveness. Correct? So, strategic. So, what will be your strategy? That is the point actually I keep on telling to the students. Strategy is that, first of all, what you have to study, one, material supplied by us. Material supplied by SuperProfs. That means supplied by us. You have to do it comprehensively. Besides, you need to do at least last 5 years paper. Last 5 years paper. And finally, you need to attempt some RTPs. Having done all these things means you are professionally equipped now to face the paper. Now, in order to test yourself, it is important for you to, as I told you, in order to test yourself, you need to attempt some mock test paper. We will supply you that, don't worry about that. So you will have to do very, very honestly some mock tests. So you need not require to develop any sort of scare or fear. When you attempt mock test paper, in fact, it will help you in erasing out your scare, your fear when you attempt the examination role. So these are the things which we have to take care of. Nothing very tough, nothing very difficult. You need to understand, first of all, 2-3 things. You need to understand that you are attempting a high profile course. You have to be very, very honest. Very, very honest means you need to introspect yourself that are you doing justification to the course which you are pursuing? Are you giving it sufficient time? Sufficient time never means that you have to give 10 hours, 8 hours or something like that. Sufficient time means you need to be regular. You need to be honest when I say it means actually that you need to be regular to revise the things which you have done. As soon as you have covered the lecture, for example, if we have covered 3 lectures today, so you need to make it a point that you have to revise 3 lectures, that's all. So not very tough. Moreover, company accounts is quite easy, it's interesting, and it will help you, of course, later on in your practical life. So you need to have in-depth what we call knowledge of the concepts, and we will try to impart you both through our teaching, through our experience, and through our practical in-hand training too. So I'm very, very hopeful that, and one should be very, very positive and hopeful. So that is the reason I said so. So I'm very hopeful that by the end of this particular journey, we all should feel very, very satisfied. So with such hopes and such aspirations, I'm going to end this particular session, and we will start off in the next one with your first topic, issue of share capital. So till then, it's goodbye from here.